Hello everyone, Soul Commander here. Glad to have you with me once again. Today we're reviewing the Aisoul WiFi hidden camera alarm clock. This is a full HD 1080p real-time video spy camera. Yep, you heard me right. It's a spy camera as built into an alarm clock function, and we're going to unbox this for the first time. I have not opened it up yet. And take a look at what we've got here and give you a basic review of what I think about the product. And of course, I will leave a description below about the product and also a link to where you can purchase it. And I did purchase this on Amazon, so there will be a link below. So we'll get right into it. I do kind of like the box. It's a magnetic type box, if you will. I did receive it. It does have a little bit of damage on the top. Kind of disappointing, but you know, it happens, I guess. So the way you open this up is on the side here. And like I said, there's little magnets holding the lip down there. So first thing we see is the manual. We'll take a look at that real quick because I'm a biggie with manuals, and what I mean by that is I like large print, and it looks like they have succeeded with the large print. I like that. Well, you can definitely tell there is some verbiage in here that is incorrect. Hold golden fingers of the micro SD card downwards. I think I know what they're talking about, but you know, it's translated into English as best as they could from Chinese. So yeah, it's a nice manual, nice little manual. You can read it, and that's what's important. It's not so tiny, and it's got decent sized pages in it, you know, with some pictures, which is always helpful. So yeah, pretty nice. You also get a little CD, and that is some more information on the CD about the camera and what it can do. And so, yeah, you want to definitely take a look at that. And then getting right to the product itself. Well, let's take first this out of the box. And it comes in a nice foam, too, by the way. That's all foam in there. You've got the USB charger here and the cord. Looks like a pretty nice long cord. Let's take a look at just how big the cord is, and I will measure it, and again leave that in the description. I won't do it right now for time restraints here and stuff, but you're going to want to use this cord at all times because the battery only lasts for 1 to 2 hours if it's not plugged in. And so I'm stretching the cord out here. I know you can't see it, but it's about an arm's length. I would say it's easily over a yard. But we'll give it a good measure here after a while. But I would say that's definitely over a yard long. So, you know, when you're plugging things into the wall, you have to have a nice long cord, or what's the point, right? And with this alarm clock feature that's built in, and the time that's built into this, I mean, you can see the time. You know, it's got a purpose besides being a hidden camera, which you can see right there, by the way. You can see where the camera's located. But anyway, you definitely want to be able to use it. So if it's only going to last 1 to 2 hours on the battery, you want to keep it plugged in. So you want to have a nice long cord, you know, so that you can keep power going to it. One thing I will say, too, that I've found out in my research of this product is that you want to take the battery out when you're leaving it plugged in all the time because it will overheat. And there are some models of this unit, and this is the thing I don't like, but I want to talk about it a little bit. There are some models of this unit that when it rotates from the time on here, and we're gonna power this up and see if this one does the same thing. It will display something on there that is rather annoying to a lot of people, and it would be to me as well. it's going to display an LO and then either an F or a C if you're, in Fahrenheit, or you're in Celsius mode for the temperature. It's going to display that, but it's not going to give you a reading. And what they actually did, and I'm not sure why they didn't think about this, but it was a nice thought. They tried putting a temperature reading in here for the temperature in your house, so that it would rotate from the clock and all through the whole, gambit of information. And they found out that this unit got too hot and it was affecting the temperature readout. It wasn't accurate. And I'm not sure why they didn't think of that. And then they tried to fix it, I guess, by turning it off, so it's not actually functioning now, but they didn't get the software part of it updated so that it will quit displaying on the unit, which is, again, kind of annoying. It's too bad they just couldn't have taken that all out, or that they would allow some kind of a switch on the back, maybe that the user could just shut the rotating feature off so it would just stay on the clock. That's how they could have really fixed this, is if they would have just had a feature on the back here where they could have just, turned it on, or, you could turn it on or turn it off, so that you wouldn't have to have that rotating feature to see that LOF pop up or that LOC pop up all the time, which, like I said, can get kind of annoying. So yeah, anyway, that's a look at the unit. On the back here, there's a time, there's the down, there's the up, there's the set button, and there's the mode button. And we will go over some of the features here in 1 second, and I'll tell you about just how it works. Okay, so this does have a battery inside of it. We're going to have to remove the back cover. You can see a little hole right there. That is a reset button. You're going to want to take like a paper clip or something if you ever have problems with it, and you're going to want to reset it right there, and just press and hold the reset button for about 5 seconds until the indicator light goes off, and it'll create another hotspot, because this does create a hotspot because it is Wi-Fi, of course. SD card goes in here, up to 64 gigabyte card, and no, they do not provide the SD card. And then this is how you turn on or off the camera. Right there is a switch. So we're going to remove, they do recommend that you, by the way, charge this up before you use it. Do a full charge on the battery before you use it. And like I said, if you're going to leave this plugged in all the time into your wall, as I probably will, you're going to want to just remove that battery, because it will get too hot and overheat. There is no feature in here to make the unit stop charging the battery, I guess. And so that can, cause the battery to lose a lot of life relatively quickly. So you're going to want to remove the battery. So I'm going to pull this out, and hopefully we do. We have a display. I'm not sure what that is doing, but oh, okay. Here we go. Cool. There's the date. And there's that LOC feature. Did you see that? That's what I was talking about. LOC, it's in Celsius right now. That hardware part of it has been, I guess, turned off inside of here. But I wish that they could have made this so that it wouldn't rotate from time to date and to the temperature, since they've disabled the temperature and they found out, that this is overheating, causing an inaccurate temperature reading. I like the idea that they were, trying to, be able to provide that for a person. But, yeah, they should have thought about that and tested it before they implemented that feature. Not sure why that happens all the time, and that they don't, pre-test these things first. But their next generation will probably have that fixed, so it won't be doing that. But anyway, as you can see, it's already keeping time. It's now 12:01, which of course is not the accurate time. I did want to talk about this unit just a little bit too, and tell you, that it will work with the iOS. It will work with Android. There is an app you can download from the Google Play Store, and it's by the same name. There's also a scan feature in the manual here. I can show you that. I'll just put this unit down here for now. There's a scan feature there, and you can get the app that way and stuff. So yeah, there is an app. It's called the Aisoul. Right there is the name, and it will work, like I said, for iOS as well. And talking a little bit more about the unit and some of its features as far as the specs are concerned, I wanted to tell you about that. This does have a continuous loop recording, so it will always be recording. The video resolution is 920 by 1080. The frame frequency, or the amount of frames per second, we should say, is 25. It's got an AVI and an ASF video format. Photo resolution is 920 by 1080. It's got a charging voltage of 5 volts at 1 to 2 amps. The Wi-Fi that's supported on this, folks, is 2.4 gigahertz only through the 802.11 BG and N band. The charging time is about 5 hours if you're going to use it with the battery only. So give it 5 hours to charge. That's when it's turned off, by the way. It takes about 5 hours to charge. Like I said, it supports the iOS, the Android, and also Windows PC. The SD card is removable, so you can put it in a Windows machine and so on and so forth. The hotspot range that this creates is about 10 meters. That's about 32 feet or so. And the Wi-Fi receiving range is, they say, about 15 to 20 meters, which is around 49 to 65 feet. When you're running this on the battery only, it's going to get about 1 to 2 hours only. So, if you've got some, little mission that you want to do, and put this somewhere on a shelf and then leave because you want to see what's going on when you leave, you're going to get about 1 to 2 hours of recording or use out of this before the battery goes dead. And so, yeah, just a few other things, I guess, that you might want to know about the shooting angle, or the angle of the camera there. Is 78 degrees. It is a motion detection type camera as well. So if it detects, any types of motion in about 5 meter range, around 16 feet or so or less, it will start recording. So that's a nice feature. I told you about, if you leave it plugged in, for daily use, of course, to make sure you remove that battery. That maintains the battery life too, so you don't deplete the battery and it doesn't get too hot. And this does not have night vision, if you were wondering. No night vision available on this little camera. So that's pretty much the features of it, and I will be back to tell you what I think about it in just a little bit after I do my own little private testing. Well, folks, I am back and a little disappointed. When I was trying to set this up, I should have done this right away when I was showing you guys all this, but you can see the time button there. I can actually push that in. I can actually push the down one in. See how it's not moving? It's because the up button, when I tried pushing it, it wouldn't click. It's already like pressed in. See how these click? Like the mode button. Mode button works. Set button works. But the up button, you touch it and it does that. There's no way to stop it. So, can I recommend this product at this point? I can't. I cannot recommend this product, especially for the price that it comes in at. It's not cheap, folks. This is not cheap at all. They're listing this on Amazon right now for $83.99. That's why I say I can't recommend this when it's coming to me like this. No way. I can't recommend it. So that's the end of this video. I guess try it at your own risk. If it works, it would be a great little clock. But, and of course, hidden camera. But with something like this right out of the box, you know, I can't recommend that. Being that I got one that's like that. I mean, things happen, yes, but you know, for what it's worth, no, I cannot recommend that. Can't recommend that. And you know, I'll probably send it back. I'll have to send it back. That's a lot of money to spend, right? So anyway, just wanted to let you guys know, it's the way it goes sometimes. You never know what's going to happen on the channel. Sometimes you get great stuff. Sometimes you don't get so great of stuff. And sometimes you find out later on it's working for a while and then it becomes not so great. I've had 2 duds now. I've had 2 things that have been duds right in a row. And that's very disappointing. But that's the way it goes. That's why we do these reviews. If you like the video, you guys, please give me a thumbs up. Also, please subscribe to my channel. You know, we do all kinds of videos. You never know what we're going to do it on. If you're into quadcopters, I'll be doing some of those things. Right now, the time of year that we have, I'm not doing quadcopters because I'm in a state that we have all 4 seasons. And now's not the time to be doing quadcopters. We could do a review on the inside, but to actually fly one outside, can't do it. But we do all sorts of things here on this channel, whether it's pillows, electronics, you name it. Whatever happens to come my way, I'll be doing a review for you guys and let you know the good and let you know the bad. So this has been Soul Commander saying take care of yourself, be good to each other, and we'll talk to you next time.